Hi, my name is Guy Fredrickson. Today is Sunday, October 31st, 2021. And this is another update on the restoration of my 1957 Martinac 24-foot cabin cruiser. So in the last video, I showed you the old damage that was up in the bow section. And at that time, I said my plan was to fill those areas with fiberglass and epoxy. And I gave that a try, but it just wasn't going well. So I abandoned that idea and decided to fill those areas with these plywood Dutchmen. So here, the plywood is 1/2 inch thick, and I routed out about halfway through. And I put up some guides and I routed some relatively straight edges into these areas. Then I made patterns and used those to cut the pieces of plywood to fit. And then I epoxied the plywood Dutchman into place. And to do that, got everything wet with the epoxy, laid the patch in place, and then laid down some wax paper. And then I used battens, in a sense, to pieces of wood to lay over this and tacked it in with some wood screws to hold the plywood flush against the hull. And then after the epoxy set up, took all that apart and sanded it, and turned out pretty well. So that's the port side. And then here's the starboard side. So on the inside, I'll take you there in a moment, there's plywood backer panels to strengthen this area of the bow. And to hold those in place, I put in these silicon bronze fasteners, these machine screws, 1/4 20 threads, about 2.5 inches long. So let's go inside. So here you can see the bow area in the plywood backer panels. So that's 2 layers of 3/8 inch plywood. And between all the layers, there's generous amounts of 3M 5200. You can see the fasteners coming through with some washers and nuts. And then in addition, I laid down these pieces of white oak on either side of the gripe to give it some additional strength. So I think it's looking pretty strong, and I'm happy with that repair. So we're getting on into the fall, and I'm keeping this boat in an unheated storage shed that I rent. So pretty soon here I'm going to switch back over to working on the Chris Craft, which is at home in my garage that I can keep heated. But I was pretty happy with the progress this summer. Did a lot of work, spent a lot of time out here. But yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.